Hi guys, I'm Heidi from Heidi.mcneil.fitness, and I wanted to create a great circuit of mobility drills that will help with our stiff, achy joints that we tend to get from all the sitting we do, whether that's your job, whether you're creative and you need to sit down and do a lot of work on the computer. These are great too if you're having to stand a lot for your job as well. So all you need for this circuit of mobility drills is a chair and then a little bit of space around you. So first we're going to work on our lower back, which we can tend to kind of like sit into our lower back and have this posture when we're sitting, which we want to reverse that. So we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So I'm going to have you sit up nice and tall, hands on your knees. We're going to hollow ourselves out, thinking of tucking your hips as a bucket under, and then rounding your upper back, and then we're just going to reverse the motion. We're going to tilting your hips forward like it's a bucket, so tilting the hips forward, and a nice tall proud chest. I tell people to think of your head is like the head of a turtle shell. So I don't want you like this and kind of ears by your shoulders. Bring that head out of your turtle shell, and then we're just going to go back to our hollowing out and then reverse. We're going to breathe in here, push the air out, and then one more time. And then again, think of the hips as a bucket. We're tilting those buckets forward, opening that chest nice and tall and proud, and getting our head out of our shoulders down, head out of our turtle shell. Next, we're going to go into a exercise. It's going to stretch your glutes. It can get very tight from all of our sitting, so we're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to bring one foot on top of your knee. If that's hard to get up to this position, bring this leg, the foot that will stay on the floor, bring that leg out a little bit, and then you can kind of put it on your shin, and then kind of bring your leg up to 90-degree bend, and then from here, some of us, your knee might be up here, and that's okay. You want to keep equal amount of weight in your glutes on the chair. You're going to push that knee to the floor, and then you're going to keep a nice tall proud chest, and we're going to hinge at the hips to lean forward, and bam, right there. You're going to feel a stretch in that glute and maybe down the side of your leg. And then you're going to release, sit back up. Sit up nice and tall, push that knee to the floor, hinge at the hips. So think of, you're going to get karate chopped in the hips, and you're shifting those hips back, sit back into your hips. That's where it's going to help you get a better stretch in that glute in the side of your leg. And then to incorporate the breathing, we're going to breathe in, push those hips, push the air out as we hinge at those hips to lean forward. Good. And then you would repeat that 3 times, I like to do anywhere from 6 to 8 reps per side. So then you would do other side. One side is usually tighter than the other for people. That's okay. That's normal. Again, push that knee to the floor. Breathe in, push that air out. Hinge out those hips to lean forward. Hold 1 second. And then again, release. And then do that for the amount of reps that you're doing on each side. Then we're going to get into a hamstring stretch, so the top of our back leg. And then we're going to get what we call our T-spine, getting some openness of the T-spine for you, some extension and rotation. So you're going to have one leg where the knee is bent. One leg is going to go straight out. Again, you're going to karate chop at your hips to hinge forward. You can go to reach your toes. If you can only reach your knee, and that's where you feel the stretch in this back leg here, that's okay. And then from there, you're going to hold that one hand, opposite hand of the leg that's out on your knee, and then we're going to just reach open nice and wide and tall to the sky, and then release, and then we're going to switch sides. So one leg knee is bent, other leg comes out straight. Nice tall proud chest, hinge at those hips, go down to the level that's comfortable for you, whether that's knee, shin, toe. Again, we don't want to round the upper back though. We're not going to get a good stretch if we're rounding the upper back. We're going to do opposite hand of the leg that's out. Hold on to your shin, foot, knee, whatever level you're at. Breathe in, open up nice and wide and tall to the sky, and then release. And then we're gonna do that to the other side again. So one leg out, chest tall, hinge at those hips, keeping that chest tall, not rounding the upper back. Opposite hand, wherever position on your leg, breathe in, open up nice and wide, tall to the sky. And then you would repeat that again, 6 to 8 reps per side. Then we're gonna get into our shoulder, getting some mobility in our shoulder. So the exercise we just did hit our middle shoulder spine area. Now we're gonna get more shoulders. So for this, if you have a pillow or a jacket, purse, anything to squeeze in between your legs is gonna help engage the core, which is then gonna help us stay more stable and not shift from one side to the other while we're trying to get range of motion. So whatever you can, or a ball, squeeze in between your legs. And then from here, I'm gonna have you kind of rest one forearm on your leg, and then you're gonna bring your one free arm back into your farthest back pocket. You're gonna bring that shoulder down to your hand that's resting on your leg, and then you're gonna rotate and open up. Think of trying to open up with the shoulder. So we're trying to get more openness, more extension of the shoulder joint for you. So we're gonna breathe in, push that air out, breathe in. I tell people, think of I'm there with you and I'm pushing my hand on that shoulder to try and open up that shoulder even more. And then we would flip to the other side. So I'm squeezing that pillow. We're gonna do other forearm, holding on, hand, holding on to opposite leg to kind of stabilize ourselves. And then we're gonna go other free arm, hand back in your back pocket, shoulder down, and then try and open up as tall as you can. Again, we're trying to get range of motion in this shoulder joint. Again, think of I'm there and I'm gonna push that shoulder open for you. So that's a great one to get shoulders, more range of motion in those shoulders, which will help with the tightness that we feel in our upper shoulders. Then we're gonna go into a seated side lean. This is gonna help get stretching from our lats and our side here that can get tight sometimes. So from here, I'm gonna have you sit up nice and tall, hands behind your head. We're gonna twist to the side, keeping your hips square. So I don't want your hips to twist as well, because that's not gonna help us get most out of this stretch. So twist, and then we're gonna bring your elbow down to the floor, and then come back up, twist, trying to get a little bit farther in this twist, bringing that elbow down to the floor. You should feel a nice stretch all along here. And then we'll go one more time. Try to twist a little bit farther, keeping those hips square, bringing this elbow to the floor, and then stand up nice and tall, or sit up nice and tall, sorry, that's what I should say. And then we repeat on the other side. So again, sitting up nice and tall, hips square, core engaged, hands behind your head, twist a little bit, bringing this elbow to the floor, and then try not to like crunch. Think of keeping yourself tall and then leaning to the side. That's where you're gonna help feel all this side of this, your side stretch out. Twist a little bit farther, keep yourself tall and lean. And then last one, twist and lean. And then we're gonna go into our wrist and our neck, because those are joints that also need some mobility as well. So for this one, we're gonna hit your neck. We're just gonna sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna have you breathe in, and then as you push the air out, relax one ear into one side of your shoulder. One more breath here. And then we're gonna bring that chin to your chest and roll the head to the other side. Breathe in. Also think of like I'm there and I'm pushing the shoulder down as you're trying to get this ear closer to this side, your shoulder, without like crunching to the side. So again, we're staying tall. And then we're gonna bring your ear to your shoulder again. And then I'm gonna have you turn that nose to the sky. And breathe in. That you should feel a nice stretch in the front of your chest. your neck. And then again, ear to other shoulder. Tilt that nose to the ceiling. Breathe in. Good. And then for our wrists, this one I'm going to have, you could use your desk or you can use the seat of your chair. So we're going to stand tall. And then I'm going to just have you stand with what I call a hinge. So pushing your hips back like you're closing a door. Hands on the edge of your chair or on the top of your desk. And then you're just going to shift your weight over those wrists. And you should feel a really good, nice stretch all like right here in your forearms. So do those for about 6 to 8 reps. Then we're going to switch, have fingers facing each other, arms straight as much as you can, and we're going to rock back and forth. And then we're going to do one more position where you bring the fingers towards your knees as much as you can, and then we're just going to rock back and forth as well. And that, my friends, is a great seated mobility circuit that you can do throughout your workday. You could set a timer, do it every 2 hours, take 5 minutes to do this. But again, a great way to just unlock our stiff joints that get very stiff and achy from all the sitting we do, and also take time to get up like every hour, 2 hours to walk around. Our body needs movement. The more sitting we do, the more stiff our joints get. The more movement that we give our bodies, the better our joints move like a really good, well-oiled machine. So if you try the circuit out, let me know how it goes, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good day.